Good morning, guys. How are you? I hope everything goes well. For our today's session, we're going to see the different things that you have to take into account for Module 3, okay? So here, for our last module, we are going to focus on the following. So right here, don't forget my name, guys. Then we have this information. So, likes and dislikes, okay. Dentro del corte 3, el tema principal es gustos o preferencias en relación a diversos temas, para que ustedes lo tengan muy en cuenta. So, like the main topic, it's about likes and dislikes in relation to different activities. For example, related to music, related to movies, food, so on. Sorry. So according to this, we're going to see like 3 examples according to some questions that you can ask at the moment you are asking for some information. Entonces recordemos que en este caso tenemos 3 preguntas en relación con determinado tipo de contenido que nosotros vemos que hacen referencia a dichas inquietudes. What kind of music do you like to listen to? Entonces, ustedes van a pensar en qué tipo de música ustedes les gusta escuchar. So, what kind of music? So, for example, maybe some of you tell me, oh, I like to listen to rock music. Maybe some of you tell me, no, I like to listen to vallenato music. It depends about your like, but it's pretty much in reference to your preferences in regards to music genres. Okay. The second question is about what TV programs do you enjoy watching? So right here, as you can see, enjoy is the main word of this question. And in this part, we have like. So in this regard, you can say that I enjoy watching. So we can say, para decir novelas, so operas, per se, competition or some TV shows, for instance, news, yeah, noticias, and so on. It depends according to it. Algo importante gramaticalmente para que ustedes tengan en cuenta es que el enjoy, siempre el verbo que le sigue debe ir con ing, tiene que ser un gerundio. A diferencia, en la primera oración que tenemos el like, ese like tiene 2 opciones. Puede ir seguido con el verbo por un infinitivo, como en este caso con el to, listened, o podemos decir like y el verbo que le sigue con ing, like listening. There are 2 options, so you can choose part of them. Pero algo bien importante es que listen siempre debe ir seguido por el to, posteriormente el género musical, ¿ok? So the third one, what food do you prefer to eat? Maybe some of you tell me, no, teacher, I prefer to eat seafood, or I prefer to eat meat, I prefer to eat chicken, or it depends according to your preferences in relation to food, right? Perfect. So right here, as you can see right there, then we have those 3 questions. Those 3 questions are just pretty focused on your preferences in regards to different topics. Okay, examples. For here, then we have how many examples? 5. So for the first one, we have like, then we have dislike, enjoy, loves, hates. Recordemos que esos verbos son algunos ejemplos de los verbos que nosotros podemos utilizar cuando estamos hablando de preferencias. ¿Okay? Entonces, vamos a tener en cuenta tanto la parte gramatical como el contenido de esos enunciados, para que a partir de ellos ustedes posteriormente pueden elaborar las actividades que se les pide en relación con esta temática. Okay? And in the first example, we have I like eating seafood. Okay. As I was explaining before, you have 2 options. So to write the verb with ing after like, or you can use infinitive way like here, like to listen, right? So number 2, I dislike watching TV series. In this example, You are just focusing on an action that you don't like doing, right? Cuando no nos gusta un tipo de actividad, tenemos dos opciones. Podemos decir I dislike or I don't like, or both of them are correct. Yes, you can use one of them, but just be careful according to the grammar component. When we have dislike, always the following verb it's going to be followed by ing, okay? And then later the complement, of course. So those are just simple sentences that you can see, and I hope that you understand. So here, he loves listening to rock music. Right there, as you can see, in this example, you are referring that like this person loves doing this activity. So, right here, luego posteriormente de love, vamos a colocar el verbo que le sigue con ing también. Al igual que en hate. So, she hates working out, for example. So, I'm going to ask you, what is the principal difference between those two sentences with those three? So that you can see over here the pronoun, it's different. So in the first, the second, and the third sentences, in each of them, the subject is the same, which is I. So you don't have to conjugate the verb. But in the four and in the five, it's different because we're using third person. And you have to remember when we have this pronoun, we are going to change this part, right? So we have to add s or maybe es or maybe ies. Depends according to the rules we have. Okay, guys. So here, en relación con esos ejemplos, ustedes pueden ver diferentes verbos que hacen referencia a ciertos gustos, preferencias, para que ustedes lo tengan muy en cuenta. Digamos que acá la parte que se resalta más es el tipo de intención que ustedes tienen para dirigir cierto tipo de enunciado. Okay, let's continue. Right here we have aspirations. For like as we were talking about before, so you can use like different verbs, right? Right here, those emojis are pretty common to see on Facebook, of course, on WhatsApp, or on another kind of app. What is going to be the idea right here? That you're going to participate thinking about what sentences you can make, yeah, in regards to those drawings, taking into account the name of the person, of course, the verb, and also like each image that we have right here. With this image, what bird do you think is the correct one to use? For the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. What do you think, guys? Okay, for the first one, as you can see right there, we have love. For the second one, like. For the third one, don't like. And for the fourth one, hate. All right. So, and according to each of these drawings, you're going to say a sentence. So, thinking about some examples in regards to it. Here we go. I'm going to go back to see if someone of you is connected or there are no spectators right now. Okay. So let's see, go back to the presentation and we are going to start thinking about what kind of sentences we can make in relation to it. So then we have here for the first one, which is love, Camila, where we can say Camila loves. We can say being or being with her boyfriend, for example. But beyond that, Camila loves getting married, which is the main action according to it. Later on, we have like Andres, where we can say according to it. Andrés likes eating hamburger. Tenemos dos opciones. Entonces, en este caso podemos decir que a él le gusta comer hamburguesa o que a él le gusta la hamburguesa. And both of them are correct. Just in English, the difference we have according to this is regarding to if we're going to include the verb into the sentence or it is not necessary, we are just going to add the noun. So here, Andres likes eating hamburger or Andres likes hamburger. Good. Oscar, pop music, where we can say Oscar doesn't like to listen pop music, for instance, or Oscar dislikes listening pop music. Entonces tenemos dos opciones, el doesn't like or el dislike, como les había mencionado anteriormente. Then we have Paula, and then we have a hot dog, where we can say according to it. Paula dislikes eating hot dogs. Okay, right here then we have a movie which is about horror. In this case, is we're talking about Paula, and we're just focusing on the verb hate. What kind of sentence we can make? So Paula hates, perfect, hates. Paula hates watching horror movies. All right, good, perfect. Entonces, en relación con esos ejemplos, es importante que ustedes identifiquen cuál es el verbo de preferencia, de acuerdo a cada uno de los emoticones que tenemos acá, qué tipo de actividad está o tiene relación con la imagen que vemos allí y cuál es el pronombre que vamos a utilizar en referencia con los nombres que tenemos. En este caso, pop music, podemos utilizar dance, pop music maybe, or listen to pop music. We are not very sure what kind of activity this drawing is referring to, but just we infer like some information in regarding to it. Okay. Teniendo en cuenta que dentro del primer módulo y el segundo estuvimos trabajando ya el presente simple en relación con la estructura gramatical y la información de cuándo utilizamos este tiempo. Entonces, por eso vamos a dar un breve repaso en relación con las reglas que nosotros debemos manejar y posteriormente voy a irme de nuevo a esta imagen para que podamos elaborar otros enunciados. Perfecto. So here then we have verbs, third person, he, she, it. We add s in the verb the most of the times, yes, when we are just regarding to third person. Recordemos que el cambio o la conjugación del verbo principal del enunciado en presente simple hace referencia a que se da cuando estamos utilizando una tercera persona. De lo contrario, solamente el verbo se mantiene de la misma manera en su forma base. She drinks a coffee, right? That is going to be like the first example. So here, drinks, we're going just to add X. Where ES in verbs of finish in double S, X, CH, and SH. So here, he washes his hands after eating. We have wash, perfect. So this one is going to be the second one. Entonces tenemos que cuando un verbo finaliza en doble S, X, H, SH, lo que vamos a hacer es que vamos a agregar una ES al verbo. Esta regla también funciona para formar los plurales de ciertos pronombres. En el caso de reloj, that we say watch. For the plural noun, we're going to say watches. Or it's going to be the same as a verb, right? Here. We change Y and add IES in verbs that finish in Y and before they have a consonant. She cries because she's sad. When you are referring to these sentences, is because you really want to emphasize how she feels or what action she does when she feels sad. So, that is going to be she cries. Entonces tenemos que cuando nosotros existe un verbo que finaliza en Y, vamos a modificarlo por una I latina ES. Y and then that we have, according to their flaws, and I hope that those are more clear for you, that you understand them, that you practice with them, that you take them into account, and at the moment you are going to start creating your own sentences and like do all the activities that are just focused for this third model. So we're going to create other sentences. Andres, and music, where you can say according to it, maybe vallenato, because it is regarding to the instruments we can see right here in the screen. So Andres loves listening to vallenato music, maybe, or Andres loves playing instruments or musical instruments. Good. Let's continue with Paula in rock, where you can say Paula likes rock music, or Paula likes to listen to rock music. It depends according to the theme, or well, we can say the objective that you want to express. Perfect. Comic, Andres. Andres doesn't like to read comic books. Or Andres dislikes reading comic books. Perfect. And finally, we have hate. Andres hates watching, we can say, love movies. There is going to be, or romance movies. Perfect. Okay, according to that, we have like different examples according to some statements you can use. At the moment, you are expressing what activities you prefer doing instead of other ones. Something to say that something, those are some examples according to some expressions you can use at the moment that you are referring to something you like or maybe something you dislike. To say that something gives you a good sensation, you can use I'm crazy about or I really love. Recordemos que este crazy about tiene dos connotaciones. Una puede ser estoy loco por comer helado, por ejemplo. O estoy loco por el ruido que hace en este lugar. La primera tiene una intención que es positiva a diferencia de la segunda. Entonces, esa expresión se puede utilizar tanto para like o por dislike. I really love, of course, you're referring to an activity that you like doing. To say that you don't like something you can use, I can put up with or bothers me. Cuando tenemos esas dos oraciones, se nos referimos a algo que no nos gusta hacer. Ok, en este caso, si vamos a utilizar esa expresión, vamos a colocar al final el tipo de actividad o más en detalle la acción a la que ustedes hacen referencia que no les gusta realizar. Pero cuando utilizamos el bothers me, estos puntos suspensivos que ven tanto en ese enunciado como en esos, hace referencia a la actividad, es decir, al pronombre con el que ustedes se identifican que no les gusta realizar esta acción o que los aburre o con el cual ustedes se sienten bien o les gusta. Yeah, it depends according to it. So bothers, what is the meaning of bothers me, which is similar to brother? Molestar. So you can say that noisy places bothers me. Good. Pero si en este caso decimos noisy places, estaríamos haciendo referencia a un sustantivo plural. Entonces tendríamos que colocar bother y no bothers. But we're going to use the same verb. I can't put up with, yo no soporto, no me gusta. Vamos a decir que basketball games, for example. Ok, entonces tenemos likes. I love, I'm crazy about, I really like, I enjoy, fits good, sounds good, tastes good, looks good. Entonces, para que tengamos muy en cuenta y no haya confusión en esta parte. Como aquí mencionamos el sujeto al inicio, ¿m? Tenemos el verbo, acá nos encargamos de la acción o de la actividad a que queremos hacer referencia. Pero en esos casos nos hace falta el nombre de la actividad puntual para desde allí partir y completarlo con el verbo y el complemento. So, for example, you can say, working out feels good. Hacer ejercicio se siente bien. Cuando un plan nos suena bien, decimos que traveling to Cartagena sounds good. Taste good. Cuando hacemos referencia a algún tipo de alimento, so you can say that chocolate tastes good and looks good if you are referring to a person. Dislike. So here I can stand, I can put up with, I'm sick of, I'm tired of. Okay, sorry, Bart. Drives me crazy, bothers me, and annoys me. Like all of those expressions are pretty important to use at the moment you are referring to the kind of activity you like or you dislike doing. Good. Okay, any question? I'm going to go back right here to see if any one of you is right there connected. So you're going to give me your feedback and maybe you can participate and write some sentences. All right, there is nobody right here. Perfect. So in regards to it, as you can see right there, and we have like those expressions. Be careful with the use of them. Entonces recordemos que si nosotros ya empezamos con un sujeto dentro de la oración, haría la falta en este caso el verbo. Pero si no lo tenemos, entonces vamos a incluirlo en primera medida y posteriormente colocamos el verbo y el complemento. So, for example, you can say, lasagna tastes good and looks good. Or what thing you think is regarding to? Like a person, for example, esa persona luce bien. We can say that Antoine looks good, for instance. Okay. In this slides, we have Mother's Be annoys me. Ok, chicos. En referencia a lo anterior, dentro de la tercera actividad, ustedes van a encontrar diferente vocabulario relacionado a las preferencias, gustos que tenemos dentro de nuestra cotidianidad. Entonces, para que revisen este archivo. So here, OVAs, las OVAs, recordemos que son actividades extras de, en este caso, tanto de escucha como de conversación. Entonces, para que ustedes realicen cada una de ellas, ustedes ingresan allí dentro de la plataforma, dan clic encima del link o si ya está adjunto, pueden de una vez visualizar la información. Eso sirve para, de alguna manera, ganar más vocabulario y tener en cuenta qué expresiones podemos escuchar. Okay, so we're going to go right here. Okay, let's wait a minute, please. And we're going to see our model 3. Recordemos que el módulo 3 está desde el día de hoy disponible. Tendríamos pronunciation of words, la OVA 6, OVA 7 reading aloud, OVA 8 research tools for listening and speaking improvement, tags, I like it bad, and 4 would you come, and final exam. Okay, so then here we have this information. Okay, for the model 3, as we have right here, so we're going to see what kind of information and activities do we have. Speaking practice, as I mentioned before, I like it bad, will you come, and the final exam. Entonces recordemos las fechas como tal de apertura de las actividades y también de finalización. En esta ustedes van a encontrar diferentes ejemplos en relación con diferentes lugares, países a los cuales se encuentran conectada dicha información. Recordemos que dependiendo de nuestra cultura, en este caso de todos ustedes, tal vez la gran mayoría viven acá en Colombia, otros en otra parte, pero dichas preferencias también de alguna manera tienen que ver con el aspecto cultural, porque las actividades, digamos, que tenemos en un lugar pueden ser diferentes a otras. En esa medida es algo muy importante para no dejar excluido. Entonces, esta actividad como tal se puede realizar desde el 1 hasta el 8 de agosto. Vamos a ver acá, to discuss preferences of movies, music and books using words of preference to create a collage to express preferences by using linking words and but because in order to make a recorded presentation. So here, develop the workshop according to the topics explained in the material of this module. Remember that you can save the changes to continue during 8 hours. Nevertheless, keep the deadline in mind. So you're going to answer all the questions proposed in this text. Okay, right here then we have. So we're going to go back to our second activity, which is related to would you come? And would you come, you're going to be focused on the following. So first of all, competences. To make use of a specific and disliked words in order to relate one's favorite and activities through the completion of information in a format similar to a common social network. To make use of a specific like and dislike verbs and excuses to accept or reject an invitation, even by reporting a reply in a forum. Entonces, en este caso, van a hacer uso de, de los verbos like and dislike en relación a la afinidad que ustedes tienen con cada una de las actividades y posteriormente van a utilizar dichos verbos para aceptar o para rechazar algún tipo de invitación respondiendo al mensaje dentro del foro. Entonces, en este caso, algo importante para tener en cuenta es que hay un formato que se llama el Facebook Forward. La idea de eso es que ustedes puedan descargar los Word y hacer los cambios pertinentes. No olviden incluir toda la información que se les pide. La idea es que ustedes elaboren un perfil en inglés similar al de Facebook en relación con diferentes temas, ¿ok? That is going to be needed. So, y posteriormente, la idea es que ustedes creen un evento considerando el tipo de actividad al cual ustedes se quieren enfocar. Ya una vez ustedes suban esa información, los compañeros van a postear los diferentes eventos para realizar y asimismo cada uno de ustedes va a hacer tal vez 2 intervenciones expresando si les gustaría ir o no y por qué. For example, I can say that, digamos que yo digo que yo voy a organizar una reunión en mi casa el día 18 de julio y que en esta se va a tener, digamos que cierto tipo de criterios en cuenta. Entonces ustedes van a mencionar dichas reglas, criterios y lo posean dentro del foro. Entonces ya una vez sus compañeros vean esta información, van a colocar si van a ir, si les gustaría ir o no y por qué. Entonces traten de hacer dicha invitación lo más llamativa posible. Okay, then we have the Facebook format fulfilled to reply to events from your classmates. And that's it. And going back to the third activity, which is the would you come that I explained before, which is the final exam. Entonces recordemos que este final exam también se califica sobre 5 puntos. No olviden como tal mirar toda la información que tenemos allí. Okay, guys, I hope like this session was useful for you. If you have any question, let me know. You can write an email for me, and I hope that you really learn about it. Okay. Vamos a mirar las fechas que tenemos en esa parte. Tal vez en el sistema hay una modificación en cuanto a las mismas, pero la fecha de entrega de la primera actividad I Like It Bad es desde el 8 de julio hasta el 15. Dentro del foro tenemos el plazo del 15 al 20 y del final exam del 20 al 27. Okay, don't forget to take into account those days, which are very important to start working on your own activities. And of course, while doing so, you're going to do the OWAs, which are 3. So the pronunciation of words, reading aloud, and research, tools for listening and speaking improvement. All right, guys, that is all for today. I hope that you enjoy seeing this video class, and I hope that you learn some things. Okay, have a great day. Bye bye.